Hello and welcome to the Flag Lair. I'm Mr. P, otherwise known as Tareth Peacock. This is the Flag Lair, and you're very welcome here on the 31st of July 2026, the last Friday of the month, when I always have a live stream through the waters. Last Friday of every month, here I am talking to you, and you're all very welcome. So thank you for joining. Thank you for sitting patiently waiting for the countdown. And here we are having a flag ball, as it were. Lots to carry on throughout the rest of this episode. First of all, do use the chat. It's there for you to use. Say hello, say hi, say where you're from. Let's get a conversation rolling. It's always great to have a chat with you. Any questions about anything that I cover or that potentially might be in the Flag Lair, do just drop it in the chat. Let's get going in there and saying hi. So thanks very much for that. We've got various bits and pieces to cover. There's been apparently a little bit of a kickabout over in the US, Canada and Mexico, which finished a few weeks back. And I've done a few videos and flag fixtures that carried throughout the World Cup tournament. So I'll have a quick chat about that. Flip side of that, a few days after the World Cup finished in Glasgow in Scotland, the Commonwealth Games started. The XXII, what's that, 23, the 23rd Commonwealth Games started in Scotland. And again, more flag fixtures, more opportunities for you guys to vote on your favourite flags of countries participating in the Commonwealth Games. We'll cover that again in a minute. I'm going into detail already, way too much. There's a piece about the September, the birthday special month that I do every month, every year on Flags of Focus. So we'll cover that. ICV 31 in Paris that took place at the beginning of June, and some flags that I got on holiday that I want to share with you guys as well. So plenty to cram in to such a short piece, and see if we can get through as much of this as possible within the next 15 minutes, half an hour, however long it takes us. So first of all, hi again to everybody if you're here. There's going to be a lot of noise coming up. I thought it had already been. That's the dustman. I always do it on a Friday, which is convenient the same day as my bin day collection. So they're out there making a lot of noise. But we'll carry on. Anyway, drop in, say hi, and we'll get going. So World Cup, which is finished, all done with, and all's finished and sorted and what have you. And of course, Spain being the winners. Now, touching on the on Spain's win, congratulations! It was a well-played game versus the other team that pretty much weren't there anyway. I did do a video about the various different flags that the players were wearing after the match, the Spanish players, when they were collecting their trophies and medals and various other bits and pieces, because there were a number of flags, local flags from Catalonia, some city flags. I haven't got them with the Andalusia and the Canary Islands flag as well. We all appeared, amongst many others, all appeared. So I put a video together about what I thought I could see in a very short period of time, what flags I could see at the end of there. Put that up. That's the video that's hit over 400,000 views so far, which is for my little channel of 5,500 subscribers, where each video probably gets a few hundred, if not a couple of thousand views each time. So to get 400,000 is just a little bit out of my reach, but it's brilliant. And I'd like to thank all 414,000 people who sat and watched it. But we'll be here for some time. Anyway, check that out. That's on there. I did do a follow-up video because I didn't get everything, all the flags right on there, and I missed a few flags as well, because a lot of people did comment on that, which again is fine. So I did a follow-up as well, just to make sure I caught all that. Anyway, that's all about the Spanish flags and the winning of the World Cup in Spain. However, during all of that period as well, I did a flag fixtures piece on the YouTube community post, where throughout every match, the two teams that were playing, especially to start off with, put those flags up and asked you to vote for your favorite flag out of all of them. And we whittled all of those down. I forget now, however many, 64, if I just made that number up randomly, teams, rattled all that through. And we had a winner at the end of it. Obviously we would do. And all the way through, it was strong, which was the flag of Norway here that ended up beating all other flags that were participating in the World Cup. Interesting to point out that Frederic on his Instagram channel, Flagmannen, was holding a similar style contest, asking people to vote for their favourite flags, again, of countries that were participating in the World Cup. And his audience also came up with the Norwegian flag, which says a lot. Hence it's hanging there today. So well done to Norway from both the Flags in Focus voters, as well as Flagmannen voters as well, all coming up with the same response, because it's, let's face it, it's a very good flag. And we'll probably do it all again in 4 years' time when we have even more. You can probably hear all the beeping. That's a long reverse, that is, and not necessary. But there we go. Let's go. As I say, use the chat, say hi, say hello. Any questions, any comments you want to put in the chat, then just drop it in. Say where you're from as well, any favourite flags that you've got. See if I can dig any out, if I've got any. So by all means, let's hear what you guys have got to say as well. So that's the flag fixtures for the World Cup. Of course they would come bang on time. Sometimes they're here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Other times they decide to turn up right now and outside this, just the other side of here. Anyway, flag fixtures, right. So, and I mentioned the Commonwealth Games as well. And the reason I mention that, because I'm doing another flag fixtures. So this is, again, currently running. If you have a look on the community tab of the YouTube channel right now, you'll find that there's a number of flags as well that are up for your vote, to see who out of all the participating countries in the Commonwealth Games this year has the best flag. Now, we've gone through the random all countries to start off with flags. We've whittled those down in the first round. We're now on the second round, so the winners of that first round, and now the second round is today. So they'll be out over the coming hours. And I need you to obviously put your vote in. So we've been doing pretty well on that, but I've got, there's some interesting ones that have gone out already. So Frederic and I were talking earlier today that South Africa is out, Canada is out already. Peace and quiet, amongst others. So there are some interesting ones in there. Norway obviously is not there because it's not part of the Commonwealth. So take that out. Scotland is doing very well. That's why I've got Scotland here at the moment. Scotland here and not Scotland here. This is actually the flag of Tenerife. I put it up originally because I couldn't find my flag of Scotland. So I used the flag of Tenerife Island instead. And then I found the flag of Scotland. So I thought, stuff it, I'll put both of them up, because it's the same flag. Anyway, so that's why Scotland is showing at the moment, because the Commonwealth Games are in Glasgow. As I say, have a look at that as well. Go in there, take your votes, choose which flags you want. I'm just going to sip my tea. I really didn't time this very well at all, because I thought I had plenty of time when I first put the kettle on, and I obviously ran out of time. Anyway, so Commonwealth Games, yes, that finishes really over the next couple of days or so. So on the 3rd of August, that all finishes. So we'll have a winner already by the 3rd of August, which is early next week. And then I'll have to look out for another big sporting event or event that's going on that I can do another flag fixtures on. So if you've got any ideas of what's coming up later on in the year, where I can do some more flag fixtures where you guys can vote for favourite flags that are participating in whatever it is, then do let me know. I'd love to hear from you, which is good. Cool, moving on. Rummaging through all of this today, I wanted to touch base briefly, and I say briefly, on the ICV 31, which is the International Congress of Vexillology or Vexillologists 31, as in it was the 31st meeting, conference that they had, and it was over in Paris, which is why I've got the flag of France sitting here. So that happened at the beginning of July, beginning of this month, which was a superb event. It was well worth a visit. It was great meeting up face to face with a number of people, flag enthusiasts, flag nerds, Vex heads, you name it, they were all there. and able to spend an evening or two with an orange juice or three. And it was well attended, and various, obviously, throughout the conference, throughout the week, various talks and presentations about all things to do with flags. It was well worth it. We were given a goodie bag, which I've got down here, which I just wanted to pull out a few bits and pieces. This might help actually turn it the right way around. So there we go, little bag for us with bits and pieces. The obvious that they gave us, I'm just going to put that there and not drop it. Yeah, a few little things we've got. So let's start with these little table flags. So the first one we've got is this one. Let's see if I can bring it up close and get it in focus. Look at that. That is the French vexillology flag, official flag. That's theirs there. Let's just hold it that way. It's not brilliant because it's see-through and you can see me because I'm all illuminated. But anyway, interesting that it's a square like Switzerland. For some reason they've chosen that. There's probably a story of why it is square and not a rectangle. Mind you, a square is technically a rectangle, but that's a story for another time. But anyway, 4 equal sides. Let's go with that one. And but obviously using the colours of the French flag, so that makes perfect sense. And it was obviously held in Paris, which again, little flag of Rive, flag of Paris. Sorry, petite, should I say? Which again is the birth child, I guess, of the French flag colours. There we go. And then as you saw on the bag there, the official flag of the IVC 31, because each conference has its own flag, as does, for example, NAVA has its own flag for each different meetings that they have. Anyway, and again, utilizing the French colors, the red, white, and blue, the red and the blue, obviously, in this design to match the Paris flag. So if I just stick those there, you can start to understand why the flag is the way it is. And you've got the river Seine river flowing through the top there, which is lovely, and then the knot for the vexillology world as well. So there's some little extra bits in there, and then inside all sorts of little trinkets and bits and pieces that we were given. Was that a book? Yes. Oh, and there's my. Just going to show my name badge because I'm rather proud of my name badge. There we are. There we. Anyway, and yeah, there was a little. It's obviously telling us what's going on during the week, and in it as well, I did manage to pick up. I've forgotten what this is. Oh, I know what this is. I did pick up a flag which was available, which isn't anything to do with the. Let's just get that. Oh, I keep forgetting what this is, but it's not what I thought it was. So I picked this up while I was in the conference, which initially I thought this is the flag of Berlin, but it's not, is it? I have a sneaky suspicion this has got to be one of the, my goodness, Swiss cantons. Is that right? Oh my goodness, I have a flag and I can't remember what it is. If you know what one this is, then put it in the comments. Remind me of what I'm getting wrong here. But yeah, there were a few freebies, so I picked this one up. I would have swiped a lot of flags, but that's not fair. Plus, I have the sneaky suspicion I might have enough flags. But if you know where this one is or what this one is, then please let me know, because I really should look it up myself. And I really should know what flags I've got at all. But there we go. So there was that, and then I'll come back to that, and I'll come back to that as well. For some reason, I didn't wear my hat. That was crazy. Anyway, one company that was there. It is these. Now I've got a cap which isn't the one I'm wearing at the moment, which was a bit silly of me, really. But anyway, they have, oh, look. Oh, I've got stickers galore that I need to be putting on everywhere. There, yeah. comma bear. You see, I've never actually said this out loud. The company name. Is it Komorebi? Komorebi? I wish I'd actually said it out loud. There's obviously a very good way of saying this. But anyway, check them out. They're a company based in Paris, obviously. I think I've got a few more bits and pieces. And yes, as I say, I got a cap there. They do all sorts of things. Go and check them out. Anyway, I don't get any royalties from them at all. But they were very good when I was there. Oh, and I've got a bag of stickers. Would you like to see the bag of stickers? They gave me some stickers. I'm gonna have to go through these now. Alan, where are we? Swiss Canton. I guess it's Bern. Yes, you're probably right. It's Bern. Yes, it can't be anything but, can it? Bern. And welcome. Can you do a video on the flags of the Japanese prefectures, please? Yes, I do look at them regularly because I do like the Japanese prefectural flags. And I've been told they're a bit of a Marmite style of flags that you either love them or you hate them. I like them a lot because they're usually quite simplistic and simple-ish, but very clever. But I do know of others that aren't massively happy. I want to say that Andy from Flag for Content is not a massive fan, but I might be very wrong there. And if I am, I apologize to him, but I'm sure he doesn't think highly of them. So unity and strength, yes, I think I will at some point, because it's been in the back of my head that I want to do those at some point because they are quite impressive. But I'd love to understand the backstory to those, why they have that sort of theme of what they're looking at, as opposed to just going through what each one of them are, because there's a lot of them. I want to say 17. I may have just made that number up. It's probably a lot more actually thinking about it. Anyway, I'm spending far too long on Japan. That's not even on here. Anyway, I was going to quickly go through, but yes, it's there. I was going to quickly go through these just to see. Ooh, might need a bit of light. Let's just see. Anyway, oh, there we go. It needs to be the main focal point. Actually, I probably won't go through all of these because they are what they are. And I need to make sure that I get that. Oh, gosh. Now, yeah, when they said, do you want any stickers? And I just pulled out, this was one of them that I brought, and that's the badge that I've got as well, is the Earth badge, which obviously is, is this one here as well. Anyway, I was expecting just a couple, and they've given me loads. Of Paris that we've talked about, France, of course. Oh, we've got some provincial. Oh my goodness, I haven't actually properly looked at these yet. So loads of French flags of various things. Tracy and Dave flavor. Anyway, oh, random. Kiana, and of course, yes. So very pleased with all those, and very pleased with the company, because they delivered straight to my hotel as well. I'm just buffing up their customer service, I guess, and how good it was. Need some more tea in the flag that we should all have. Ooh, now Mutara. There's probably butchered the beginning of that, but hello, welcome. Excuse me. Thank you for joining. Let us know where you're from. I'm going to have to clear my throat, and for doing that, that will teach me to drink tea and talk and be very excited that I've got new people coming on board. Hello, hi, yes, whatsoever. Do say hello in the chat. That's what it's there for. It's for you to use, which is fantastic. Anyway, I think I've got all of which I've yet to use anyway. So, yes. So the ICVs, the International Congress of Vexillology, was it vexillologists? Alan, you'll have to remind me, because it probably should say it somewhere on here. Happens every other year. So it happened this year, and it will be on again in 2028, if my maths is perfect. And it moves around every year. I think 2 years ago it was in Beijing. Before that, I think it was in Ljubljana in Slovenia. And previous to that, it's been in London and the UK. Next time in 2028, they are in, I just happen to have this now, in Prague, there we are in Czechia, which will be rather fun and interesting. Beautiful city. If you've not been to Prague, it's well worth a visit. And now you've got an excuse to go to Prague in the early summer of 2028. So start saving, keeping an eye out. I'll probably mention it nearer the time as we get there, but I think there's a handful of us that have already said that we'll be there come what may. So that's where we are. Experts, are we? Are we really? Or do we just pretend to be experts at this? Anyway, that was the IBC. Right, and the last thing I want to mention on IBC, ICV, so I can never spell it. The clues in the name, I suppose. I did a video I was on a conference with Andy Richardson from Flag for Content, who I mentioned earlier, and a number of other guests where we were talking about our experiences of the ICV 31. So I'll put a link in at some point when it's recorded. I'll put a link in up here as well, so you can go and have a look at that. That's over on the Flag for Content channel. Go over there and take a look. Yes, by all means, do leave the Flags in Focus channel and go and have a look at Flag for Content, because we go into great detail and depth, and there's quite an open and honest review of ICV 31. So check that out over on Andy Richardson's Flag for Content channel. Plug. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to get to why I've got North Macedonia and not Kosovo in a moment. Come back to those. Just wanted to get these out. So there's a couple of flags that I've got while I've been out and about over the past few weeks. So following from Paris, when we all went our merry ways, I went to Istanbul in Turkey first of all, and then from there we went to here. Make sure I've got this right way around, and this is a flag that I bought. Oh yes, while I was in Sofia. Oh gosh, I can't really see. I'm gonna guess. Is that too high? Hello. In Sofia, of which is the capital of Bulgaria, with their beautiful, bold, simple tricolour flag, based loosely on the Russian flag. If you change the green to blue, well, then you have the flag of Russia. And here's the Bulgarian one. This was purchased while we were in Sofia, so I was rather excited to find this. There weren't that many available in different shops, various places, but I did manage to find this one. So now I've got it, and I'm very happy, and I shall put it on top of my Swiss canton of Bern that Alan and I are going for. I'm sure it'll be fine. Nice to wear your orange juice. Afternoon, William. I'll understand Alan in a minute. Oh yes, orange juice. That's what we were drinking in Paris. But yes, hello, William. Welcome. Afternoon. Thank you for joining. Right. Oh yes, and there was one more I wanted to get. Now, I've got a video coming up. Oh, that's interesting. I've never actually opened this, I don't think. I've got a video coming up probably sometime in the new year that's based in this particular country, because as you can imagine, this isn't the most easiest of countries to get into. But this is a flag of Libya, which has got an interesting version of the crescent and star. Seems to be slightly distressed for one term or another. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. And weirdly, on the back, it's not there. For some reason, it's interesting. Anyway, so I've got that as well. And before any of you ask, yes, I do have both of them already. But, you know, to get flags that are from countries as well. You can't beat that. And it's an excuse just to buy yet more flags that I don't really need, as demonstrated. Anyway, excuse me. Right. Moving on. I've really only got one more thing to cover. So if you've got any questions or anything you want to cover while we're here on the live stream, then do put it in the chat. That would be great. Because I've only got one more piece that I want to talk about, which is the Flags in Focus birthday. And then I've covered everything that I need to cover. So I'm happy to stay here for longer, but it's supposed to be just blabbering about nothing. By all means, do drop anything in the chat. The last thing I wanted to cover was, yes, September, which is only just over a month away. Gosh, talking about autumn months already. So September is Flags in Focus's birthday month, and each year I do something to celebrate the birthday month. The 29th of September is the birthday day, and we're 6 this year, so 6 years I've been running this YouTube channel, and I've got a slightly different thing I want to be doing this year. It's not purely flag related, but it includes, but it is about health and well-being as well. Let's just throw that in there. So and it's connected to my Around the World in 80 Flags series as well. If you've been catching up with that, it's basically me traveling around countries to countries, following or trying to get the backgrounds to various flag stories that are around the world. Next month, which is this time next week now, I'll be in Istanbul talking about that flag, and a previous video that I did about the Turkey flag. So that's next week for the August. And then at the beginning of September, Flags in Focus's birthday month, I'll be in North Macedonia in Skopje. And then at the beginning of October, I will be in Kosovo, which is a flag I do have in Pristina, but I'm blowed if I can find it at the moment because I might just have too many flags. And I did go looking for it a lot yesterday, and I couldn't find it. Anyway, so Kosovo is represented by the flag of Europe because of the stars. That's the nearest I could come up with. Anyway, so why is this important? A, because they're the 2 episodes of Around the World in 80 Flags, exclusive, for beginning of September and the beginning of October. And I thought to just change things up a bit for a flag channel, I'll open it up to you as the viewers, and instead of doing flag competitions per se, push and promote about walking between Skopje, the capital of North Macedonia, to Pristina, the capital of Kosovo. Now, capitals to capitals usually is a fair distance. However, the distance between these 2 capitals is 87 kilometers, and I have forgotten what that is in miles. I think it's about 53 miles for the people in the US and those that still use it in the UK. And the idea is that we walk between, during the month of September, is to rack up your walking, see if you can walk that distance throughout the month of September. Can you walk from Skopje to Pristina? And as I said, 78 kilometers, 53 miles. It's not a huge ask over 30 days. And I've got a Strava club that I was going to put together, which everyone can join in, and obviously then we'll register your steps to see who actually gets to Pristina. It's not about obviously just getting there, participating, and it's, you know, walking, running, wheelchair users as well. It can all go into there as well. And the idea is to see if as many of us as possible can get on board and see if we can get this distance walking. And then randomly, anybody who does more than 5 kilometers, 3 and a bit miles, does at least that, then they'll be thrown into the pot and will win some goodies at the end of the month, which I'll obviously deliver probably at the end of the September month. the winner will be revealed, and we'll get some goodies out to them as well. So that's for September, and we'll have far more details about all of that nearer the time. Mind you, I say nearer the time. The reason I'm bringing it up now is because I've realised I've only got 5 weeks before we kickstart that off. So I will kickstart it off properly on this live stream next month at the end of August, because that'll be ready for September. But yes, the walk to Pristina, from Skopje to Pristina, 87 kilometers, very doable for 30 days. And obviously it's the walking or the running is good for you. It's good for the waistline. It's good for getting out and about, and just general mental health wear, which is partly what I'm promoting here. So it's not all just about the flags, but it just happens to be the 2 Around the World in 80 Flags episodes that they sit between. That's the plan anyway. You need a flag for air miles. Yes. Ooh, an Air Miles flag. That'll be, ooh, gosh, I've got airplanes, simplified aircraft in my head now. But we're walking. That's the plan. We need to walk. But thank you, Alan. Right. That's that. Okay, so which leads me now really for what's coming up for August. Gosh, we're in August already. We've got a couple of videos already planned. As I said, next week is the Around the World in 80 Flags episode in Istanbul, so check that one out when that's here. And then the week after that, I've got Togo. It's a bit of a fresh flags. I won't get it all out completely, but I've got a special episode about Togo, and a special guest that appears in that episode as well. That's later on in August as well, and a few other bits and pieces that's already in waiting in the wings for flag-related views for you. So that brings me and wraps me up nicely for today. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. Make sure I've got my bit of paper here that's actually on a flag maker's bit of paper. That's my little handwriting scribbled there. Anyway, so that's what I've written, and I've covered everything that I wanted to. Flag makers were the sponsor of the Flag Institute's conference, which was in Bristol in May, and which is every year, unlike the ICV, which is every 2 years. I'm just blabbering now, and I apologize profusely. So, okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. As I said, don't forget to check out the video that I did with Andy Richardson from the Flag for Content and various other guest stars on there. The link will be in the description, and you can follow more of these live streams. For those of you that are watching on replay, I'll stick a video here, and in the meantime, if I lean over and seamlessly click this button here, I will then say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for getting involved, and the usual, be seeing you.